Yesterday we had some technical issue.
Yeah, you can start off.
Okay, so we can start. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Loe Sauvasahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Sauvapavapanasano, Mangalanam cha Savesim Padamam Havai Mangalam. So first day we did Navkar Mantra. Yesterday with Bhaktama Stotra. Today we are doing Uvasaggaharam Stotra. So Uvasaggaharam Stotra. So these are Dharnendra and Padmavati is always with Parshvanath Bhagavan. So they are the protectors of Parshvanath Bhagavan, and it protects all the devotee who praying Parshvanath Bhagavan. They takes care of us in a bad time. Jai Janendra. So what is the meaning of Upsarga? Uvasagga means upsarga, that means all sorts of affliction or suffering. And har means remove. Haram means remove. So Uvasaggaharam means it removes, destroys all your suffering. That's the meaning of Uvasaggaharam. Upsarga is the same thing as Uvasagga. We say Upsarga. We know that Mahavir Swami, 12 and a half years of his 12 and a half years of his samadhi time, he had to fight all different afflictions, and all affliction was all Upsarga to Mahavir Swami. So Upsarga, so Vigna, Upsarga, it removes same meaning as Adi, Vyadi and Upadi. Adi means anxiety, Vyadi means disease, and Upadi means worries. We have a tendency to worry about everything. So Uvasaggaharam Stotra removes and destroys Adi, Vyadi and Upadi, Mannorog, Tannorog, and Dhannorog. Man means your mind is wandering like a monkey, always want to do certain things. And if we can't do that, it's one kind of a disease. You worry about everything. Disease, we know all health-related issue. And Upadi is worries. Like if you got a 401k and the market goes down, you worry about what's going to happen to your investment. So all of those suffering can be resolved by reciting Uvasaggaharam Stotra. So Adi, Vyadi, Upadi. Now Uvasaggaharam Stotra is a prayer to praise the Lord, Sri Parshvanath Bhagavan, our 23rd Tirthankar. In the last gatha, if you know, Ta Deva Dijya Bohim Bhave Bhave Pasajina Chanda. So that is our main goal, to achieve Samyak Darshan. So this is what we praying Parshvanath Bhagavan. Please grant me Samyak Darshan. Because once you have achieved and attained Samyak Darshan, then our path is kind of easy guidance to moksha or liberation. Like Mahavir Swami, after getting Samyak Darshan, it took 27 reincarnation before he achieved the liberation. In between, there are many reincarnations which we don't know, but 27 we know. So other one is remove the plague and upsarga. So there is a story which we'll follow through, and in the next slide. So stotra, stuti, truti, they all start with stu. So stu means praise. So we're praising in Uvasaggaharam Stotra, Sri Parshvanath Bhagavan. And the mantra is Saktis of sound and words. It's we'll go through some of the Akshar Brahma sound. Those dhvani has a lots of power. How much power it is? If you take nucleus of an atom and you separate them, what do we get? Atom bomb. So this energy, when you separate each word, like Uvasaggaharam, it has lots of energy. So Kumarji has sang those Uvasaggaharam, so we'll read those too. I think he's setting up something. Okay, there we go. Uvasaggaharam Stotra was written by Acharya Shrutakevali Bhadrabahu Swami, who wrote the Kalpa Sutra, which we just going to, that's Bhadrabahu. He's the composer of, so this was 150 years after Mahavir Swami time. He respected as the fifth and final Shrutakevali. Acharya Bhadrabahu Swami has composed, like I said, Kalpa Sutra, Drashtivad, Vasudev Charit, and many scriptures in Jainism, Uvasaggaharam Stotra is ranked 2 in our Nausmaran. Ranked first in current cycle. Naukar Mantra is ranked in a current cycle, the first one. See, Bhadrabahu Swami has his older brother Varamihir was scholar in Vedas. They met Shrutkevali Yashobhadrasuri and decided to take Diksha and become Jain. In short time, they become scholar of scriptures. Acharya Yashobhadrasuri offered Acharya Pad to Bhadrabahu and appointed him as his successor. He thought Bhadrabahu was more qualified than his older brother Varamihir. The decision irritated and engaged Varamihir, who ultimately renounced his Diksha from Jain Sangh and became a fortune teller. His ego was hurt, not receiving Acharya Pad. Remember, ego takes you in a wrong path. When a son was born to the king, Varamihir said that he will live for 100 years. But Bhadrabahu said that he will only live for 7 days and that he would be killed by a cat. On the 8th day, a prince died because of the door anchor falling on his head, which had a picture of the cat. Due to this humiliation, Varamihir left the kingdom. After a few years, Varamihir passed away. He had taken a birth as a Vyantardev. He came to recall his earlier birth and soon out of jealousy started giving upsarga or a pain to people of Jain Sangh. He became evil, started torturing and terrorizing Jains, especially followers of Bhadrabahu, by spreading the plague among the Jain Sangh, as a result of which many people began suddenly to losing a faith in Jain religion. Jain Sangh requested Bhadrabahu to stop plague and a terror, so he composed Uvasaggaharam Stotra. Impact of this sutra was so great, the strength of Vyantar got completely diminished. So there are 7 gatha, we have 5. 2 were taken out because people were misused. He called upon Dharmendra and divine follower Devta or Parshunath to help. Through help to Dharmendra and Padmavati, Varamihir was fully defeated and Jain society was relieved. You know the story of a badly burned pair of snakes? When Sri Parshunath Bhagwan, through his Audignan, knew that there was a piece of wood used in a fire in a yagna, and there were 2 snakes in it. So he told this fellow that go split that wood. and save those two snakes. And they recited Naukara mantra, and they become Dharanendra and Padmavati. Now we call Parsh. In a Uvasaggaharam Stotra, we'll say there are two names, Pasam, Pasam Vandami. One Pasam is Parshvanath Bhagavan, other Pas means that Yaksha, Dharanendra and Padmavati. So now this is the story. Remember that snakes and a burning wood, and they go to Devlok, and they are Padmavati and Dharanendra. Now, this is a Runanubandha. Runanubandha is the one you remember from your past life experience. So, Padmavati and Dharanendra remember that Parshvanath's soul saved us. So whenever there was in difficulty time, Dharanendra and Padmavati were in the side of Parshvanath Bhagavan. So this is Runanubandha, means we may have, I am married to my wife because I have some Runanubandha from my past life. We all have any family members, it's there because of that Runanubandha. So it could be, so many times it could be a good or a bad, but fruition of that karma comes, then somebody becomes nimit to follow, give you fruition of their karma. The nimit of Chandakoshik Nag was to become quiet and not start hurting anybody. That time nimit was Mahavir Swami, and he came in life of Chandakoshik and say, booze, become quiet. And he understood, and then he laid down and didn't hurt anybody. So this is the Runanubandha. So Runanubandha of Padmavati and the Dharanendra was Parshvanath Bhagavan. So this is why anytime, remember that story where Kamat was pouring so much rain when he was meditating, and Parnavati and Dharanendra came and made a lotus so Parshvanath Bhagavan won't drown. So Parshva Yaksha is deeply devoted to Parshvanath Bhagavan. Reciting Uvasaggaharam Stotra pleases Parshva Yaksha to all the other Yaksha and Akshini, which brings forth the beneficial result. So previously there were 7 gathas, now there are 2. 2 are taken out because people were misused. So this is the mantra. Wherever you see 2, it's a long word. So Uvasaggaharam Pasam. So this is the mantra for all 5 lines. So there are like 12 mantra for first line, 18 mantras for this, the second one, third one is 12 and 15. So the length is measured by longer words where, Uvasagga is longer word. So this is where all that made. So now we're going to go through each word and what it means. Pasam Vandami, that means, O Shri Parshvanath Bhagavan, my namaskar to you. So second one is Pasam. Now this Pasam means you are served by demigod, divine guardian, Parshva, which is Dharanendra and Padmavati. So we're going by word, and then we'll see Uvasaggaharam. We saw that. That means who Parsh can remove all the affliction, suffering. Because Bhagavan is Vitragi, he has nothing to do with anybody. So the guardian angel comes, and if we are reciting with a pure consciousness, without any kashaya, without any with full of samta, then we get help from Dharanendra. So Kamma Gana Mukkam, you are free from entrenched karma. Bhagavan is free of all the karmas. So these are way of praising. Now, if you know the story of Parshvanath Bhagavan, now Marubhuti was his name, and Kamat was his brother. So the number one, you see that Kamat he has a bad character. And he was thrown out of his town. And Parshvanath Marubhuti thought that because of me, he had to be thrown out of the town. So he goes and apologizes. Kamat gets mad and hits with a stone. Is that okay with the kids? Is it okay with the kids? Yeah. So, in a 7 or 8 life, Kamat came to take his revenge on Marubhuti. See, in a second one, he come as a flying snake and bit elephant. At that time, Parshvanath's soul was elephant. So that second one. The third one, the python, as a Kamat came and hurt Parshvanath's soul. Then he came as a bill, we call, with the arrow, and hurt Parshvanath Bhagavan or Marubhuti. And then he came as a lion. So all of this life, his anger from previous.
So in the second one, Paryushan was elephant.
Right.
Human, then he became
Agree. So wherever he was there, Kamat was there to hurt him. But he remained in Samta for all of this affliction. He just remained in Samta. He never took his revenge back to his brother. So this is why he says, okay. So Visahara Visaninnasam, you can nullify the poison of the most poisonous creature. So we're talking about Kashaya is a poison. Anything Kashaya, Mithyatva is a poison. So Bhagavan remained without Kashaya and achieved liberation at young age of 30. For 70 years, he was preaching us because his nirvana was at 100 years old. So for 70 years, Parshvanath Bhagavan is more famous in certain area of India because 70 years, while Mahavishwami was not that many years. It was like only, if I'm not wrong, it was like 25, 30 years after Mahavir achieved Nirvana. Right. But what I'm saying is, Parshvanath was a longer time, 70 years. So he's more famous where Nageshwar is and other places is. No, he lived 72. He lived, but when he got Keval Jnana, right, Nirvana. Yeah, Nirvana is, yes, you are right. I'm sorry. Yeah, but this was a longer time after getting Keval Jnana for Parshvanath versus Mahavishwami. So you are the home of bliss and unending peace, Mangal. Mangal means Ashubh karma converts into Shubha karma. When that happens, your diseases go away. Mangal means to achieve moksha is the most Mangal. Mangal is having a spiritual awareness is Mangal. We are getting that spiritual awareness during this Paryushan time. So anything Mangal means, the blissful. So you are the home of bliss and unending happiness. Unending happiness is in Siddhashila. So this is why I say. So Upsarga Vigna Haram Harnar, Pasam is demigod, Shree Parshvanath Bhagavan, Vanda me. Vandan is Namaskar, I means me. So Vanduchu. Karmana, you are the one thickly enriched karma. Thickly enriched karma is, we have been going around for God knows how many reincarnations. So we collected all this karma. And the enriched karma for Mahavishwami was when in his 14th or 13th reincarnation, he poured that hot lead to the assistants who was playing a music. And he said that when I go to sleep, don't play the music. But he was involved in the music And he got upset and he poured those hot lead in his ears. But that was 14th reincarnation. So when did fruition came? In his last 27th reincarnation, where the cow herder put those nails. Those thorns were like nails. And they were touching each other. They went from one side to other side. And he busted the end of those thorns, so it'd be hard to pull. So this is the entrenched karma, means it's there, sooner or later it would fructify and we have to pay the price. And Parshvanath Bhagwan paid the price for whatever karma he had, and now he achieved mukti. So Mangal, like Kalyan means happiness, Gar means you are the one. So this is where the meaning would come. Uvasaggaharam pasam vandami kammaghana mukkam. O Sri Parshvanath Bhagwan, you are free from all entrenched karma. You are served by demigod, divine garden, Parshva, who can remove all the affliction. So this is the story I was telling you about Mahavir Swami, entrenched karma. I will explain a little. You know, on the left-hand side, that is Vasudev, is a Mahavir Swami. And then those thorns, So the second, Visahara Visaninnasam Mangal Kallanavasam. You can nullify the poison of the most poisonous creature. You are the home of bliss and unending happiness. So this is the first stanza. So the second stanza is Visahara Fullingamantam Kanthe Dhare Josaya Manuo. If a person regularly recite Vishara Fullinga mantra. Now what is Vishara Fullinga mantra? We go next slide. I'll tell you in the next slide. Well, let's finish this. Tasagaha roga mari tujya jara janti yuvasamam. So fear of evil planet and disease and plague and severe fear goes away. At that time, the murky, plague and all sorts of disease. They say that we go and pray certain graha, we get the ring of Rahu, Ketu, and we were taught when we were young that by wearing those rings, your disease is going to go away. So what it's saying here, that if you come to Parshvanath Bhagwan, recite Uvasaggaharam Stotra, no need for those wearing a ring of graha. So can be calmed down or cured forever, Janti Uvasamam. So Visara Fulling Mantra name, Visara Fulling Mantra also known as Chintamani Mantra. So this is now information about Visahar Fullinga Mantra, is devotion to Parshvanath Yaksha. A lot of people would pray directly to Dharnendra or Yaksha. So this is the mantra. Om Rim Shrim Arham Namya Pasa Vishahara Vasaha Jina Fulling Rim Namaha. Namaha. So this is the one. See, Om Rim Shri. So this is the Fulling mantra. And then you could see it's just like Uvasaggaharam Stotra. There are long words and short words. And the way you pronounce in a proper pronunciation, so it's more beneficial to you. So, Kanthe Josaya Manuo, who chants the mantra regularly, Josaya Manuo, Hammesa means always, all human beings. Je Saya Manuo. So whoever human beings always resides. Tassa means that person, planetary animosity of 9 planets. These are the 9, Ravi, Chandra, Guru. Yes. Sunny, I think if you get the Rashi, you know what, whichever planet during your birth. So no need to wear a ring of graha. See. You want to take a, did you get a picture? I can go back the right. Okay. So, disease, roga means disease. Mari means plague. And ashubha, evil. Jara is fever, tau. Now, tau is another story. Depending upon kasaya, when you get a fever, say I'm sitting nicely in my backyard and mosquitoes are taken over and they're biting me. So sometimes, you get mad. It's like, wow, and you may hurt that mosquito. Or sometimes you say, no, oh my gosh, just gently remove the mosquito. So what is the mosquito does? Gives you malaria and a fever. Now, if you had a bad kasaya, you may get 106 fever. But if you have a poor kasaya, you may get 102 fever, and your fever would go away in a short time. So this kasaya directly reacts to how you act. Now, malaria you may get next year or 2 years or 5 years later. But somebody, if you did complete kasaya, you can go in a high fever and it can damage you. So this is why, everything is samta. Parshvanath Bhagavan, during all his affliction, he remained fully in samta. He goes to his brother, even there was not his fault, and asks him for forgiveness. And he gets hit by a stone. So how much learning all of us need to do to calm down, no matter how difficult circumstances comes in our life. So this becomes a good example for all of us. So this is the whole thing. If a person regularly recites Vishwarapullinga mantra, fears of evil, planet, disease can calm down or cure forever. Like in those days, plague was all cured because everybody reciting Uvasaggaharam, and the winter day was defeated. How are we doing? Are we doing okay? Stop me if I'm going fast or slow, Aside from reciting this mantra, Chittau dure manto, Tuje pranamo vibhau phalo hoi. Even just sincere namaskar to you with a deep faith will result in highly fruitful divine life. So you don't have to recite Pullinga mantra, just pure namaskar to Parshvanath Bhagavan. You could highly achieve fruitful divine life. Naratiru esi vijaya pavantina dukkhadogacham will free humans and all other sentient beings. It's not human. Second, third sense, fourth sense animals, they can achieve what we can achieve, the Mangal. So free all of those 1 sense to 5 sense from grief, unhappiness, and rebirth in Tiryanch Gati, either in unhappiness and rebirth in bad Gati. Chittau dure manto, Chitto means staying away aside. Mantra is a Vishwarapullinga mantra. So your namaskar, highly fruitful. Naratiru yesu jiva, this I explained. Manushya as well as the second, 3, and 4th sense lives. Having gained no pain, grief, and unfortunate, miserable state, you will achieve, you'll be staying away from all of this unfortunate, miserable state. This is Chit Pavantina Dukkha Dogacham. You won't feel all the dukkha. Aside from reciting the mantra, Vishwarapullinga mantra, sincere namaskar to you with a deep faith, result in a highly fruit divine life, will free humans and all other sane beings from grief and rebirth in a Tiryanch Gati. Tua sammate labde, if one attains the rational vision, Samkit Darshan, presented by you, which is even superior than a Chintamani Ratna and Kalpavruksha tree. You know, because Kalpavruksha tree can fulfill your desires, but those are all temporary. And Chintamani Ratna is a similar way, you know, fulfill what you need, but it's temporary. What time we have? 9:38, okay. We'll take another 15, 20 minutes, you know, let's see. So the soul can achieve ageless and immortal state of moksha without any obstacle. Pavanti viganam jiva aira maram tharnam. So sammatte labde tuha means yours, samkit darshan, sammatte. Labde means you attain. Chintamani diamond we talked about, superior than kalpa vruksha. Pavanti means achieve without obstacle. One can achieve ageless, immortal state. Similar like what we done in Bhaktamarga Stotra, right? Bhakta, you know, you become Amar, Bhakta Amar. Whoever is a true devotee of Rishabdev Bhagwan can achieve, become Amar, you know, immortal. So if attains the rational vision, Samkit Darshan, presented by you, which is even superior than desire-yielding the Kalpavruksha and Chintamani Ratna, soul can achieve ageless, immortal state of moksha without any obstacle. Iyasantu Mayasa, oh, universally worthy of worship, Parshvanath Bhagavan. Here we have again praising Parshvanath Bhagavan. I adore you with a heart full of devotion. Bhatti bhara nibharena hiyena. So this is Parshvanath, Pasajina Chandra. Chandra means moon. So Sri Parshvanath Bhagavan. Tadeva dijyabohim bhave bhave Pasajina Chandra. Oh Dev, kindly grace me with samyaktva. Samyaktva, once you gain that, right knowledge, samyak darshan, samyak jnana, samyak charitra leads to moksha marga. So in all my future lives, so once you achieve samyak darshan, there is guarantee that in all next life, you will be always on the right path. Even you can go hurt sometimes, but you will always come up in a right path. Example is Mahavir Swami. So, Iyasantu Mayasa, Bhatti Vara, these are all the words. By the way, praiseworthy, victorious. Bhaktina, something, overflow of devotion. This is the main important, overflow of devotion. I remember my mom, when she entered into a temple, Vanita Ben, he would say, Gani Khamma, hey Prabhu. You know, now I used to say, hey, what are you doing? But now I understand. Because that was overflowing of devotion. She barely make in nearby Gabhara, but when she walks to the Bhagwan, you could see her emotion, overflow of devotion. You know, I trying to achieve all of those in my mind, but this is what it is, complete grand among the Jina, paripurna, you know. Akut, atut, shraddha, akhandasta, with a total faith, you know, from within your heart. Because of that reason, kindly bless me with a rational vision, samyak darshan, in every remaining life. You know, all of us has two requests to Lord, samadhi maran and samkit darshan. So, Pasajina. So this is the one I always say, you know, oh great, graceful Lord, adore you with a heart full of devotion. Oh Dev Parshvanath, grand among the Jina, kindly grace me with samyak darshan in all my future life. Tadeva dijyabohim bhave bhave pasajana chanda. So, what is nirjara? Nirjara is getting rid of our karmas. So here is, little, see the dhyan, pure consciousness. Right now we're doing swadhyay. So this is all nirjara. All tapasya, whatever we do, upvas, ekasana, this is all nirjara. So this is a little chart that how do you dissolve your past karma. And, we don't want to build new karma, but we need to get rid of the past karma. So this is a nirjara, this is a little chart, what brings you to get rid of those karmas, Can you read properly? My laser beam don't work on it. Somehow it works here, but don't work on here. But this is, this is, Paryushana is the same way. So this is nirjara. So this is a life-saving story. There are lots of stories that a boy was bitten by the poisonous snake in state of Kutcha. A medicine man saved by chanting Uvasaggaharam Stotra. Dayanandra, thank you. The medicine man was Muslim. The Jain Muni had given him the sutra. Would you believe that? So Muni Sri Jin Chandra Vijayji had hepatitis, and Jin's life was saved by drinking water which was blessed by reciting Uvasaggaharam Stotra. There are many life-saving stories of guardian angel, Padmavati and Dharmendra protecting, saving life of disciple of Shree Parshvanath Bhagwan throughout India. So I have 10 stories. There was somebody had a vocal box, some kind of disease, and he started reciting mantra, and his disease was cured. Somebody had some disease where your muscle don't act properly. It won't respond. That was resolved by Uvasaggaharam Stotra. Kumar Chatterjee, the one who came here, he is a master of Uvasaggaharam Stotra. He goes to cancer hospital, and so many patients who has given up taking medicine because there is no help, they were healed, not completely, but cured partially by listening to Uvasaggaharam Stotra and having a faith. So there is lots of story. So, well, how much time we got? Just kind of finish this and then I'll play the other 5-10 minutes. We'll finish by 10. So this again, deep faith, inexhaustible, unbreakable faith, overflow of devotion, to most get benefit out of the Uvasaggaharam Stotra. Ultra pure mind, without any slightest of rag and dvesh towards any living being. Have a happy spiritual journey to attain Samyak Darshan, Samadhi Maran, and the Moksha. This is a Siddha Shila, which is way in the top of the 14th Rajlok, which we all hoping to reach one day. If I made any mistake, please accept my sincere apology. Material in this presentation, compiled data using many Jain websites. Shashan viruddha kai lakhanu bolanu hoy mana vachana kayati michhami dukkaram. So this is, now we'll listen to this sound,
Shree Bhadrabahu Prasadat Eshah Yogah Falatu Om Shree Bhadrabahu Prasadat Eshah Yoga Falatu Shree भद्रबाहु प्रसादात् एषः योगः फलतु कामाथे धनेन्द्र च स्वोचितं कर्म कुर्वति प्रभुस्तुल्यमानो ब्रूते पार्श्वनाथाय श्रियस्तु कंठे धारे जो साया मारू जंती उवसामम् चीथाउ दूरी मंतो तू sammate ladhe chintamani ka papaya vabhahi pavanti avidgyanam jiva ayara maram tharam iya santu mahayasa bhakti bhara
Jai Janendra, Jai Janendra. Beautiful. If anybody interested, this one is on a YouTube. I put it down for Dr. Kumarji. So I'll send you the link and you can listen this Akshar Brahm Samadhi. And if you read what is the meaning of Akshar Brahma, it, like I said, it has so much power to Akshar Brahm Samadhi, because every word is elongated, and when you do this, and you understand each meaning of it, it takes you that meaning, so I think it's, I will send you the link, Okay, thank you. Thank you, all of you, for supporting me. You guys are really making this Paryushan very beneficial to me, and being part of, it's fun to be with a group of people, and you energize yourself and achieve this nice samadhi of Uvasaggaharam Stotra. Jai Janendra, Jai Janendra. So tomorrow we'll do Kal Chakra. Kal Chakra. Welcome, Vadecha Sahib.